Hey friends, it's Ruben with Hi-Fi MIDI. Perhaps one of the biggest things that separates realistic virtual guitars from the crappy versions the world was exposed to 20 years ago is a convincing string slide. Back then, creators simply recorded a couple of layers of notes, resampled them so they could save on editing time and memory, and then voila, they'd put out a guitar sample library. Nowadays, they're more sophisticated. Now you have more dynamic layers, different articulations you can quickly access, legato samples, release samples, body resonance, different pickups, stereo width, and the features go on and on. Today, at the request of a viewer, I'm going to quickly explain Ample Sound's Legato Slide and some simple rules for getting the sound you want. Now, I have an instance of Lounge Lizard set up right here, and it's just a Wurlitzer. And I have a simple chord progression, and this is not very long or complicated. See, this is a little ahead of the beat. I'm going to fix that. And I want the bass line to essentially follow the bass line of the Wurlitzer and just kind of double it up. So something simple like this, and I'm using Ample Bass J with Amplitude, and this is to warm up the sound a little bit. That's without. This is with. So I could play it on my keyboard, and it would sound like this. And that's fine, and I could call it a day, but I want a legato slide before the Wurlitzer comes in. So before that G sharp, I wanted to play this E right here on the D string and slide down to that G sharp. So I'm going to do that in Riffer, and let me clear this for you. So the way you do that is the way that legato works is that you have to get either the timing right or the velocity of the second note right. So what do I mean by that? Let's talk about velocity first. So I'm going to select my note. I'm dragging up. I want it to connect to the next note, which is a G sharp. But right now, only having input the notes and the rhythm, this is what it's going to sound like. So absolutely no slide. Now, I want to select this first note, not the second note. The second note's not going to be legato. It's going to be the first note because the first note is connecting to it. So that one has to be legato slide. And the problem you're going to hear is that this slide is going to be too long, and it's going to get to that G sharp after the downbeat of the second bar. So it's essentially, it's going to get onto that G sharp late. And let me play that for you. So that's, we need to fix the timing. The way that you make that legato faster is to select the note that it's going to and increase the velocity on that. The higher the velocity of the second note or the note that you're landing on, the faster the legato slide. Let me play that for you. Conversely, the lower the velocity of the second note, let's try 20, the slower the legato. that sounds horrible. That's not what I want. So I'm going to set that back to 70. So that's one way. Remember that the velocity of the second note affects the speed of the legato slide. The higher the velocity, the faster it's going to slide. The lower the velocity, the slower it's going to slide. The second thing is to just adjust the timing of the notes by dragging the second note back a little bit. So let's hear this. So that's a little closer to where I want. So in this case, I hear that G sharp landing right on the 1, and now the legato starts earlier. So I have a long slide, and it lands right on the note. So there's two ways to get the slide that you want. Let's hear this on the track. But actually, I'm going to fill in these notes really quick. All right, let's hear that. And I'm going to, it starts on beat 1, or not beat 1, bar 1. And then the rest of it can be programmed or played on the keyboard. It all depends on your arrangement. So I hope that clarifies the rule for legato. Again, there's two ways. By adjusting your timing or adjusting the velocity of the second note, that's going to affect the speed of the slide. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel for more videos. Leave a comment below, letting me know what you think. Stay tuned for my next video where I'll be giving you an example of using legato on multiple notes at the same time. Thanks for watching.